After studying the reproductive system, associated method of reproduction, then fetal and embryonic development, now we will understand about parturition. What does the term parturition mean? Parturition means childbirth. So here we will understand that how exactly does childbirth occurs. Parturition can also be defined as culmination of pregnancy. That is the end point of the pregnancy where childbirth occurs. Now the date of parturition can be div- defined as the one occurring within 15 days of the due date. That is the calculated due date. Now how does this childbirth occurs? Parturition occurs mainly due to neuroendocrine mechanism. That is here both nervous system and endocrine system are involved, which involves the nerves and hormone taking part within the method of parturition. In order to study, it is necessary to understand few terms like labor. As we all know that childbirth occurs only after labor pain. So what does the term labor means? Labor can be defined as the series of events which takes place for expelling the infant from the mother's uterus. Thus, the series of events is termed as labor. Another term associated with it is fetal ejection reflex. Definitely, the name suggests that the reflex or the method in which fetal is ejected out is known as fetal ejection reflex. Precisely, it can be defined as the signals for parturition, that is childbirth, that originate from the fully developed fetus and placenta. That induces mild uterine contraction can be termed as fetal ejection reflex. Now let us understand the method or mechanism due to which this parturition is exhibited. As told earlier, it can be defined as a neuroendocrine mechanism. Now, at the time of birth, there are mainly two hormones in the form of chemical signals which helps in carrying out the process of parturition. So, at the time of birth, two chemical signals cooperate with each other to create labor pain. Now, which are these two chemical signals? They are oxytocin and prostaglandin. Now, this we have already started in the previous sections that oxytocin is a hormone that is secreted by the posterior pituitary gland, and prostaglandin can be considered as a group of hormones that mainly consist fatty acid tissues. Now, some cells of the fetus produces oxytocin in large amount, and so due to this, the prostaglandins releases simultaneously in large amount. Now, in this mechanism, these two hormones, oxytocin and prostaglandin, functions simultaneously to exhibit the labor pain and thereby the childbirth occurs. Therefore, simultaneous operation of these two chemical signals, that is oxytocin and prostaglandin, in larger amount causes uterine contraction, which causes true labor pain. Further continuing, the contraction of these two hormones occurs in more amount. That is, stronger contractions occurs further, causing the release of the more oxytocin, which causes even more vigorous contraction, which forces the baby even deeper into the mother's pelvis, which leads the baby out of the uterus. As a result of which the infant is delivered. On this basis, we can judge and define parturition as a neuroendocrine mechanism. Now, after this, the mammary glands, which as described earlier are the accessory reproductive glands, because they help during pregnancy to produce milk, but they are not directly involved in the process of reproduction. Thus, mammary glands of the females undergoes differentiation during pregnancy and produces milk. and this process is called lactation. Mother feeds this milk to her newborn baby because the milk that is secreted during the early days of lactation is called colostrum. Thus, colostrum is the milk that is secreted during the early days of lactation, which contains specialized antibodies, and therefore, due to this reason, it is necessary for the mother to feed this colostrum, which protects and defends the baby's body against diseases and increases its immune system. In this way, mammary glands play an important role during the pregnancy for infant development.